After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 250. 250.
Wow, we old.
It is Monday, March 13th, 2017. It is early. It is morning. We do not usually podcast in the morning, but Talia was late getting home, and I have to be at Adoration by 1, so it wasn't going to mesh in the afternoon.
And I'm hoping because we're podcasting in the morning, maybe my allergies won't be as bad. Because when I get up right away, I'm very congested. My Zyrtec doesn't always kick it.
Okay, so we want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the PHN Fun Woman Cave. If you are new, thank you for joining us. We hope that you find something you like and that you will come back. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back and spending some time with us in the PHN Fun Woman Cave.
Oh, that was really good timing. You were talking about, hope you come back, and I was telling my back to stay at the same time. That was great timing. Sorry, go on.
Okay.
Do we introduce ourselves?
No, because you keep interrupting my introductions.
Sorry.
Oh,
I wasn't paying attention.
You think about something else. Okay. If you are in the shadows, please feel free to join the Ravelry group if you would like to. We'd like to have you eligible for the prizes and the giveaways and things like that. And we do have some really neat ones coming up. We have a 5-year celebration type thing coming up. We have cows, all kinds of neat stuff. We actually have a giveaway going on as well for another week or so. So if you are part of those who watch from the shadows and you think you might be interested in any of that stuff, feel free to join the group. And if you are part of YouTube and want to stay on YouTube, that's fine. But please feel free to hit the subscribe button so that we know you're there. Okay, I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I am Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
And I want to welcome 2 new members who have joined officially. We have Mom Limburg, who is Amy. Welcome, Amy. And this name makes me laugh. It makes me giggle. It's Toad Lilies.
That's awesome.
It makes me happy. So I don't have a name for you, but welcome aboard. I just see this little toad on a lily. Yeah, and with a big grin. Anyway.
You see, I saw him on a lily pad for some reason. Okay,
yes.
We said lily.
Well, yes. Same difference. What I thought. Yes, but it's a water lily.
It's not the same
water
difference.
Lily. Oh, stop.
They could be sitting in the middle of an Easter lily.
No.
With these little...
Toads don't sit in Easter lilies.
Toad arms sticking out like that.
She's slap happy. She hasn't slept yet.
And his tongue is going...
Anyway, I do have...
I didn't sleep very well before I went to work. I'm punchy.
Yeah, and I haven't slept well last night either, so it's going to be an interesting podcast.
Yay! Hi.
Okay. We have some... Let's see. What was I going to say to you? We have promotions. Let's do the promotions. First of all, we have upcoming. As you know, our current along is nearing its end, so that means we have an upcoming one, which is Autism Awareness 2017. That will be running April 1st through June 30th, and we already have 2 co-hosts. We have Cappy, who is from the...
When you're done with this, we need to talk about tea.
Oh, okay. The Yarn and I podcast... The Yarn and I Cappy is the group, and the Yarn and I is the podcast, I believe.
Yeah, because she's like the Yarn and me on
Instagram, I think. And so we love having Cappy with us. Mm-hmm. And of course, again, this year we have Crocheting Hoovian, who is Laura Concert from the A Crocheting Hoovian podcast. And we will post more about that in the thread and everything in the next week or 10 days, so we can start chattering and things like that in there. So be ready with your bright colored yarns, because that's what we need. Bright colored yarns for bright colored crochet projects, knit projects, or loom knit projects. Okay.
What's in your mug?
In my mug, I have tea because I really need it today. It's in my St. Paul mug because I didn't get my morning tea.
She waited until I came home.
I waited because I didn't know when she would be home, and then it got late, and she still wasn't home. I thought we were going to podcast, so I didn't have my tea. So I'm kind of not functioning yet.
No, she's not, but she's cute anyway. I'm really punchy.
Yes, I know. What are you drinking?
I am drinking a Plum Deluxe tea. You are all shocked. This is Heritage Blend Black Tea. Feel the strong roots of tea, always there for you. It sounds like... makes me think of the Force for some reason. The Force is with you always.
Everywhere around you and in you. Go ahead. Finish up. I can't think straight.
Oh, you admit it.
Continue.
All organic Assam black tea, African black tea, Darjeeling black tea.
Back tea?
Back tea.
I thought you said bat tea.
That too.
Hurry
They
up.
even have their own tea.
Yes, apparently. That way they're sure it's not been tampered with.
Vermont maple syrup extract, safflower. Wasn't safflower the name of Mal's so-called wife in...
I don't know.
No, it wasn't safflower. I can't remember. Saffron, that was her name. Anyway, safflower, blue malva flowers, love and gratitude, and caffeine. I haven't had a drink yet.
You need it. Yay.
Yay. And it is in, I think I've been using this mug a lot lately. This is one I happen to grab. My tortoise versus hair.
And I've got my St. Paul in case I didn't mention that because I always have him for my first cup of tea. It's my first cup of tea, so St. Paul it is.
This tastes very strongly of black tea, surprisingly.
Okay.
With like 3 different kinds of black tea in there.
I'm imagining. All right. Some other cal-cals that we are promoting at this point are the Comforting Crafts Angel Hat Cal, which is being I can't even think. I'm really tired. It is being hosted. Thank you, by Brittany, who is B-Wing, and it started March 5th, and it goes through May, the end of May, and the pattern is the Angel Hat by K.F. Jones. There, you can do in-progress pictures. I think it's 1 whip per project per week.
Yeah, I think
And
actually her
FO.
rules are similar to
Pretty
our
much
normal.
the same, and she will have prizes. So, you know, if you prizes. She's not a podcast, but she does a lot of charity work. So if you're interested in doing charity, she accepts hats. And
But you don't have
washcloths.
to submit it. To
No,
this
this
law.
does not have to be submitted to a charity. But if you're interested in doing charity work, as an aside, she accepts hats and scarves and dishcloths, and I think the odd shawl and things like that. So
Check out her group.
you
She
might want
has
to check
info.
out her group.
I don't think she says no to anything, really.
I don't think she does. If you're in doubt, ask her. If you have a lot of little things that you don't know what to do with, or you like to knit or crochet a certain project and it's piling up on you, she might be able to take them off your hands and give them to someone who could use them. So that's the Comforting Crafts group. It's not a podcast. And I believe you do have to be a member of the group in order to take part of the Cal. It's a fun Cal. Brittany's really fantastic. She's a PHNer.
Yeah, she's a long-term PHNer.
Long-term PHNer.
She's an old PHNer.
Yes. We'll have to be giving her her cane pretty soon.
Yes.
Okay. Another challenge I'd like to actually challenge I want to talk about is the It's Turtle Time Challenge Cal. That's Crocheting Hoovian, and from the A Crocheting Hoovian podcast. And this is because she's celebrating the fact that she's done over 20 or more
Of each
the
turtle,
Timmy and
yeah.
the Biddy. So
She's amazing.
She is awesome, and she is a wonderful promoter of Talia's designs.
Yes, she is.
And she's having a Cal. And you guys, honestly, if you haven't put something in yet, there are only a few in there, so you have a really good chance of winning if you do this. And I'm not sure.
And I think she said it was a choice of something.
Yeah,
I think it was yarn.
If you do, if you do 5,
Oh, okay.
or if you do 4 or fewer biddies or timmies or whatever, then you get it's either a pattern I think she said you can have either a Franciscan Gypsy Designs pattern or a pattern of your choice, I think. Don't quote me on that.
Look at the rules.
Look at the rules. The other one, if you did 5 or more, then you have a chance for yarn.
Yes.
So nobody so far has done 5 or more. So if somebody is really speedy with all those little biddies.
Yeah, especially if you do biddy. Biddy can go fast.
Yeah, you can do a biddy a day. I mean, my hands don't allow me, but I think I could if I was okay.
Yeah, biddy moves pretty fast. I have attention problems where I just can't focus on one project that long.
Right. So anyway, go ahead and check that out. I'm hoping she'll extend it a month because there's so much going on that maybe people haven't had a chance. And I think
and especially with
the
autism awareness coming on, that's a really good one for turtles because bright colors work very well for turtles, guys.
So Laura, I'm throwing this out at you. Do you think you would consider potentially, maybe, possibly? I want to have all the P words. Extending the along for the Timmy and the Biddy another month, maybe, so it can go into the first month of autism awareness, maybe.
It might help a lot.
It might, because people love doing toys for the autism awareness.
Because that's an easy thing to do bright colors with. Where people might not necessarily wear some of the bright colors.
Exactly. So now that I've not so subtly, mommy, can so and so stay overnight tonight?
Oh, I'm thinking of Miracle on 34th Street. Mommy,
did I do it okay?
Can Mr. Gailey come to dinner? The turkey is so big. Did I ask all right?
You asked.
Yes, fine.
That depends.
That's what the answer is. That's right.
We're not making any sense. Anyway, so you have to be a member of her group to do this. So, and she's a wonderful podcast to watch. I was watching her last one, and she just got back from Stitches, and it was really fun to watch all her enhancements and such. And she had a wonderful time, so that's good.
Oh, and quickly, back to the reference, Miracle on 34th Street, we are referencing the old one, not the new one. We are referencing the one with Maureen O'Hara and a very young Natalie Wood. And I actually don't know who the other actors were. Those are the two that come to mind.
Yeah, I can't remember them.
Those are the important ones.
Yeah. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is the Undead Yarn Designer Along. That's Heidi, Undead Yarn. She's Knitty Girl.
Yes, Heidi.
On Ravelry. Hi, Heidi. And they're just finishing up the Susanna IC portion of the DAL, the I guess you call it Designer Along.
Yeah.
So I think we have about 2 weeks left on that one, and there's some good activity going on there, but I think you have a good chance there if you want to enter something in. And Susanna does primarily shawls, but she seems to have some smaller things too, like hats, and I think she might have some scarves and mitts and things.
And I will be honest, I went on there, and I think I said this last time, and looked at the finished objects, and I took I followed the links from one of them, and I cued the pattern, because right now I just don't have the focus to do.
And she likes cables and lace. She had a little interview with Heidi, and she likes cables and lace together, especially. But
this one was really pretty. It looked like it might have had some cables and lace, and it had some beading. It was a really.
That sounds like her newest one. The one
was super pretty.
Or one of her newest ones. She's so prolific; it's probably down the line quite a bit now. But and I noticed when I went to check her out that I already had 3 or 4 on my queue already without knowing who she was. So she's well worth looking into, regardless of whether you're able to get into the Along.
Yeah.
And next month in April,
you gotta support Laura.
Laura, you have to support Laura Smoot.
Laura's a PHNer.
And her patterns are amazing. She's got socks, she's got shawls, she's got cowls, she's got mitts.
I just recently bought one of Laura's patterns, and I'm going to start this in April. It doesn't matter how many projects I have on the go.
I have 2 or 3 on the needles that are just sitting there.
There's this pair of socks, and it looks like it's fairly simple, which is what I need right now. But it looks right up my alley. I pulled it up to the top of my queue, and I think I'm going to either use my Lifesaver yarn. I think it's going to be my Lifesaver yarn. I had picked it up when I was having a bad work day.
And if you've seen, I'm sure if you're on Instagram or if you've been watching Heidi, you've seen that she's got a collaboration with Heidi called Peeps. And the Peeps are socks, and it uses Heidi's yarn.
And it's really cute. It's just more focus than I need right now, because apparently I can't focus on anything more complex.
Heidi has She's still taking pre-orders for the Peeps if you want to do it that way.
It's really cute. It's
adorable.
Colorwork sock.
Uh-huh.
Hey, look, sock.
Sock.
Um,
Showing your pajama bottoms.
well, sock.
She is taking pre-orders, I think, and I don't know if all the colors are always the same. You have to talk to Heidi about that, but it looks, the sock that I saw was like, I think it was blue, and then had like yellow and green Peeps, or yellow, green,
And
pink.
I think it's,
Pink.
I don't think it's the bunny ones. I think
No,
it's the birdie ones.
I think it's the little duckies or chickies or whatever
whatever they are. They're
Yeah.
adorable.
Yeah. The traditional Peeps.
And I'll be quite honest. I looked at picking up the kit. And I looked at it last time when she did the bats. It was.
She's very talented, so
Yes, and this is their second time they've done a sock kit
collaboration.
together.
Yeah. Mhm.
I think they've had one other kit together.
I don't think so.
Okay, so
I think they
has
just
there
have
only been
two.
the two?
I think they two. They have one in the fall and one in the spring now. So if you're interested in that, you could pick that up, and then you could do that for the Laura Smoot designer along part, or you could do any pattern
And Laura has a lot to choose from.
of Laura's patterns. So that's the designer along. All right, the next one is the second annual Me, Myself, and I Cal,
and
that's,
this is the other Laura.
yes, this is again Laura a crocheting Whovian, because
Yes.
apparently I can't remember to put it together, the two alongs, and this is
Well, it'd help if you had together your notes.
that's what I'm saying. I haven't done that.
Oh, is that what you were saying?
Yes, this one ran from January 8th until April 1st, so it's still running for a couple weeks, and this is things that you make for yourself. And I have a couple of things that once I finish my testing one, I can put that in there.
Oh, I can put in the thing that I'm not talking about right now.
Which thing is that? Yes, and I have one thing that I'm not talking about right now that I can put in, but the other thing I can't. Because I can't talk about it even. So,
What other thing that you... Is it recently?
yes, very recently, and I almost didn't think I was going to finish it because it hurt my hands.
No, but that's one you can't talk about.
That's what I said.
What about the other one?
That's the dachshund.
Oh, okay.
So I do have a couple things that I might be able to put in there for
You
me.
finished docs?
Almost.
Oh, okay.
Almost. I still have to finish the body. I'm just saying that when I have time to finish it.
Oh.
Because I'm trying to finish it by the dates. That's March 30th or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
it is March 30th.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, that's another one. You have to watch Laura's podcast, be a part of a group to be able to, be eligible for prizes and things there. And her rules are the same as ours basically. You can go check to make sure that if there's any differences, but that's that. And she also has a cobblestone hat cal. Okay, and that one I don't know when that one's ending. But she has a lot of activity in that one.
Well, that one's very popular.
That one's very popular. And I was hoping to be able to do that one, but I got sidetracked by the angel hat because there's a time limit on that one for B-Wing. So
Yeah.
I did that one first. All right, the Harry Potter Cal is the one by Maureen, who's Victorian Studio from the Victorian Studio podcast, and that is running all year long.
Thank heavens it's all year long, because I have some Harry Potter yarn for socks that I just have not been able to start up yet.
I may have to do an owl to be, what's his name, Hedwig? I don't know
Harry the name Potter. Of the owl.
I think it's, Hedwig? Yeah, I think it's Hedwig. I don't know. I'm not a Harry Potter person. I don't know. But if I'm going to do any kind of participation in that along, I have to find either a yarn or a pattern. I don't do Harry Potter. I'm a heathen. I don't.
You're a muggle, not a heathen.
I'm a muggle, yes. I'm a muggle for Harry Potter. But anyway, it's a great along. All you have to do is something that is related to Harry Potter, and I believe she said she does accept spinning. So that's really good.
Oh, it sounds like her rules are very generous.
They are very generous. So that's exciting, and it's, her podcast is wonderful, so you might want to check that out if you're looking for something else to watch, because you do have to be a member of her group to be eligible for the prize. Okay, our current along is the PHN Sweater Shawl along for this year, 2017, and it started January 1st, and it runs to the end of this month, so that's March 30th. 30th?
Yes, because 30 days have... Wait, there's 31 days. 30 days have September, April, June, and November.
All the rest of 31 except February. So it is 31 days. So you have the 31st of March that we're finishing along at midnight into April 1st. So I always get mixed up. The midnight is the one into April 1st.
Yes.
Yes. So, okay. And the projects can be begun at any time. They just have to be worked on during the time period. So, it can be started 10 years ago. I don't care. Talia doesn't care. As long as you work on it between January 1st and March 31st of 2017. You can post one WIP per project per week, the FO, whenever it's done. And everything's eligible for prizes.
Because everyone has that thing that they haven't finished.
Right.
And it's always frustrating when all the alongs happen to be you need to start something.
Yes.
Because I always have stuff I need to finish.
Yeah. And I know some people, a lot of the podcasters will do, a finish up or a stash buster or something like that. We just tend to add that in. It's not a special thing. We just add it into our alongs.
Yeah.
Every along. You can do your WIPs.
Because I have determined, and Mom posted in the Facebook group for for PHN, and I'll have to post something in the actual group, I guess. We're talking about what kind of knitter are you, and I've determined that I'm a WIP knitter.
So am I. Yeah.
Where I just get distracted. I'm like, pretty, I must make, and then I look at my 20 projects, and I'm like,
oops.
I guess I should finish something. Oh, a new project.
I'm like, oops, I don't have a bag. Gotta get another bag. More needles, more hooks.
I should start something new. I guess I should finish something. Ooh, that yarn needs to become something.
Yes. I'm not so much a stasher anymore like I used to be, but
I was going through my bags to see what projects I hadn't worked in a while, and I opened a bag, and there was yarn together meant for a project, and I don't have a pattern in there. So I don't know what I intended it for. I think it was meant to be a toy.
Probably.
But it was some undead yarn, and it was just all sitting together, smiling.
Poor Heidi.
I think it was meant to be a turtle.
She always rolls her eyes because actually she's probably used to us by now, because for a while there, it didn't matter what type of yarn she gave us, it would become a toy.
Yes, I think it was supposed to be a biddy.
Yeah.
Because it was 3 colors. So that yarn, once I get it out of the bag, it's now moved from the box with all the projects in the bag to being an open bag next to the box with all the projects. Eventually, the yarn will move out of the bag back to the bag of undead yarns.
I have to go back through my project bags because I have things I've torn out and they're still ripped back or whatever, and they're still there. Some have patterns, some don't. I have things that have been caked up, and I'm like, what is this for? I don't know. Some have patterns, but it's not the pattern it was for, because it's like I left the pattern in when I finished it, stuck the yarn in, but didn't take the pattern out, so I don't know what that yarn is for. So yeah, and some of it's fingering weight, which I'm trying to. Unless the fingering weight's really special, I don't normally do fingering weight too much anymore. So I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. So I may have to do a bit of a de-stash.
Sometimes what happens is she'll wait till I owe her something, and then she'll be like, can you make me socks?
Fingering weight socks. Yes. Okay. All right. We do have prizes for the sweater shawl. Oh, before I forget, because I put it down so low here, I need to bold it. We do have a lovely co-host for this. That's Lucky Jenny Knits.
Yes.
And she's fantastic. She's very exuberant and enthusiastic. Now, when you enter into hers, ours is a sweater shawl along. Because she was already doing a shawl along with somebody else, she opted not to accept sweaters. But any shawls that you make, she will accept. And if you are in Jenny's group, and you are watching us because of the sweater shawl along, and you are making a sweater, you can put it in our group.
Yeah.
Sweaters or shawls, it doesn't matter, because it is a sweater shawl along for us.
Yeah, we won't be like, oh my gosh, you're in Jenny's group, you can't put a sweater in. Gosh. Because we're going to totally research that.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Jenny. Hi. Okay.
You've got energy now.
No, I'm tired. That's why I'm acting weird. All right. We do have prizes for this, too. Several prizes from very generous donators.
You know what's going to happen is by the end, we're both going to hit our, crash point, and then we're going to be like, blah.
They're going to see us sleeping for a half an hour. You have to put in later those little, what is it, crickets? Okay. We have to have a tea break, so we will be
Good job,
back
Mom.
See you in a little
See you in a bit.
All right, do we have anything to say before rough drafts?
I think not. I cold.
Yeah, I'm cold too. It was beautiful about a week ago, and we have snow warnings up snow today, up to 6 to 10 inches tomorrow, and still some on Wednesday. So we'll see if it actually comes to pass. But we've
I
already had these
kind of
canceled.
looking forward to. And we have a traveling RT who he's from like.
You want to say what an RT is?
Oh, respiratory therapist. He's from like Carolina, one of the Carolinas, and he's like. He's been looking forward to since December having some snow because he's not used to having any, and he's been so disappointed. I was telling one of the other RTs that, oh, it'd be like telling a kid there's no Santa to take away the snow right now because he is so darn excited.
Does he have a place to stay?
He and his wife have the traveling agency puts him in a place.
Oh, okay.
That's where part of their pay.
Like a hotel?
Yeah, they're put in a hotel for the period of time, or a small house, or for the period of time that they're on that job for their contract.
Okay.
But yeah, he got like, I guess, a snowball flinger, and like he is way too excited about.
He can't throw a snowball.
And he's talking about wanting to like bury his wife in snow, and it's just. I hope there's just a little snow for this poor man because he is so darn excited about it.
I think Daddy's excited about it too.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
So, if only for his sake, I hope there's enough snow for him to
Make a
some
snowball. Yeah. Make a snowball. Okay, so we don't have any baby hat news, although we are still collecting them if you need a place to send them.
Yes.
Anything, baby oriented from up to what, about 2 years?
Yeah.
For either the hospital or the pregnancy center. So,
and I mean, if it's a little bit older, the pregnancy center gets people who have
right.
kids.
In fact, I brought a hat that I made that was a little bigger and probably would have fit pretty close to an adult, and somebody took it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had
things will get taken.
Yeah, because somebody had said they needed hat, and
They needed hat.
and that's Anyway, all right, moving along. Whips, rough drafts.
Oh, that's right. I have not counted how many I have. Excuse me. It's a hiccup. I can't count.
I think I have 7.
You can't count either.
Probably not. I'm pretty sure I have 7.
Stop talking to me. I can't count.
She thinks that by jabbing at the air, it makes things better.
It does. 8.
Then you go first.
I do's. Okay, so the first one,
7.
you're actually going to be a little bit surprised because I haven't worked on this one in a long time. Do I even have 8 bags over here? I guess I'll find out. That's not the right bag. There's the right bag.
It's a little bitty Avengers bag.
It's a little bitty Silver Shed USA Avengers bag. I think this is her small size.
That's a small, I think so.
I won this from Crochet and Houvian.
That's where I won mine too.
Because I actually have a bigger one. What project is that? Is in that bag? I can't recall. I have a project in that bag.
My small one that I won, I thought it was up here.
Guess not.
No, I guess not. I think my autism awareness one that I won. Oh, it's up there. I'm not sure. That's a medium, I think. The small one I won is I'm pointing over at our shelves.
Right,
It's
yeah. You're pointing in the crowd. One
Yes.
of our people has your bag and you want it back.
Me. Give it to me.
Lear?
Oh, it has to be Valeria.
It has to.
Oh, you know who it could be is Vonnie.
It could be, but they might have passed it to Sue. Because you're playing like toss the bag around. Our moderators, you gotta watch them.
You do. You do. And they're the best
And
ever.
then Alice and Brittany are poking each other. Okay, I don't know.
Distractions.
Here!
Distractions.
So we know, we have our
We
eyes
have
on
our
you.
eyes on you.
Watching you.
Watching you. There's something wrong with you.
Hi! I worked last night.
But anyway, what I was pointing at was a small fall peanuts bag that I won from Crochet and Houvian. I think it's about the same size as this.
So, in my Crocheting Houvian, not Crochet. It was from Crochet and Houvian, but she did not actually make the bag. Silver Shed USA, Avengers bag. And I just realized that for
They're
some
upside
reason
down?
he's upside down. But Hawkeye's right side up. But
They're flying in the air.
yes, I think it's just the way that...
It's not to do with the way Anne made
No, it's
it.
nothing to do with the way Anne made it, because Hawkeye is actually right side up here.
And I think he's
And
flying. I think he's flying.
Okay, you might be right. I think you're right, because she's right side up too.
Yeah.
All the flyers seem to be upside
Except for
down.
Hulk.
Well, maybe he's falling on his head.
Maybe
I don't think it's the way she sewed, because the fabric itself is that way.
it's the picture. It's the pictures that are
the way
the pictures are on the fabric.
Yeah,
So it's funny.
it's funny, but I just realized that Tony was upside down. Anyway, this is my Color Me Happy, which is the I Heart Harvest Socks pattern by Shelley Stone. I'm using Cupcake Yarns on the Yummy base in the colorway Box of Crayons.
Very pretty.
And originally I had cast it on for me, but then I decided it was for Davina. And I can always change my mind at any point, but she knows these are for her, so I can't.
No, you really can't.
So, I finally got past the heel flap. And I am now in the gusset decreases.
Looks like party cupcakes.
This is actually going to be really long on her, because
Yeah.
it
But
goes...
she likes higher.
Oh
socks.
yeah, she'll be fine with it.
Yeah.
But she's got shorter legs than I do.
And smaller.
And smaller, yeah.
Yeah.
But it should be fine because this is ribbing.
Mhm.
And it's gonna stretch nicely. So yes, it's a really fun pair of socks.
You're only working that in 4 DPNs? With 4?
Yeah, because that's what the pattern calls for. And normally I'll just switch them over to 5. But for this one I just decided to work it on 3s. This is a good pattern, but I found a sock pattern I like better, so I probably won't work this one again anytime soon. I just don't... There's certain things with the construction that are not my favorite. And it's not my normal heel flap that I'm used to.
Wait, what do you mean it's not your normal?
It's a 4 row repeats
Oh, I guess that's different.
versus a 2 row repeats.
Oh.
And it's not like it's a big deal. It's just, it's not my normal one
Right.
that I prefer. And the one that's in my purse right now is all, even the heel flap is a measurable one instead of a row count. So,
You said immeasurable.
a measurable.
Oh, immeasurable. What she's saying is that you don't have to do a certain number of rows. You just measure it.
Yeah, which is very convenient when you're walking out and about and stuff. So, I found my favorite sock pattern now for walking out and about and
Until
stuff.
another one pops up.
No, it's the best ever. Anyway. This is a fun pair of socks. It's very happy. It makes me think of Pippi Longstockings.
Happy, happy, joy, joy. Pippi Longstockings were red and orange or blue or something. They were a little bit duller.
Were they?
I think so. I grew up with Pippi Longstocking, but I can't remember.
I just remember like she was super strong.
Oh, yeah.
It had like the really long
Red
braids.
Hair, red hair braids that
Yeah.
went like this. Whoop, like they had wires in them.
Yeah.
And her friend was Anna, and I forget what the little boy's name was. It was a fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, getting back to, this is not a movie podcast. Although you probably
Think so?
think so sometimes. I actually worked on this for the first time all week yesterday. And this is in my Crafty Nomad bag. This is Kim for the Crafty Nomad podcast. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
And I won this from her.
She won it from her.
I did. And it's my Blue Sky Shawl project. It's my own shawl project.
Blue sky, don't ask me why.
And so this is 100% alpaca. And it is, the yarn is called Utopia Lima in the sky blue colorway. And I'm using US 8 with this. And I'm going to have to switch out these needles eventually because I like my knit picks, but I like my
They're not
Chagoos.
Chagoos.
They're not Chagoos. They're not Goo-Goos, as Laura would say. Okay. I'm trying to... These cords are making me nuts. Anyway. So, it's a very simple pattern. Very simple increases. And I think... I think what this is going to end up being is kind of a long, thin, or long, shallow kind of... Based on the way I'm increasing, I think it's going to be a long, shallow shawl. Scarf shawl type of thing. And I'm going to go A what?
A mini door. Ignore me.
Okay, that's easy enough. I have 600 yards of this, so I want to go as close to finishing this as I possibly can because I want to use it all. Laura gave this to me unexpectedly one time, and I just absolutely love it. It's very soft, and so yeah, that's what I'm working on. The project and the bag. The only thing I paid for in here was the needles, so it's kind of fun.
Okay, Tay. So my turn.
My turn.
Did I set my timer? I bet I didn't. Oh, well, we'll just keep an eye on it.
Well, it's set it for.
But that
14
requires
minutes.
me actually, like, planning
And working.
and working. I can't be expected to work.
The will work. The W word.
Yes. I did W word all night. So, in my bag...
Your bag?
In my bag.
What bag?
You remind me of a man.
What man?
A man with the power.
What power?
The power of voodoo.
Who do?
You do.
Do what?
Remind me of a man.
What man? Reference.
Reference. But no one's probably going to get it.
No. We'll see. We'll see if
We'll
anybody
see.
gets it. Put it in the Ravelry group if you think you got it.
And I actually held off and didn't say what it was reference
Yes.
to.
Because
Because usually I'm really bad about that.
And I had to think about it, where it started over again. I was like, okay, yeah, it starts over again now.
I'm glad you hit the start over again because I would not have remembered what the start over again was. Okay, anyway. This is my... Not Silvershed USA. My knitting...
Plover bird.
Not my...
Plover
Thank you.
bird. Birds of plover.
Birds of Plover. My Plover bird TARDIS, bigger on the inside bag. And it even has a Plover bird tag on it.
Yes, and we miss her.
Yes.
don't
See, it
think-
is bigger on the inside.
It is.
And it's one of the few drawstring bags I still use.
Yeah.
Because I don't actually use a lot of drawstring anymore.
I don't use it a lot anymore. I do make use of my knitting's my bag and my plover birds. But other than that, I don't usually use drawstrings.
Drawstrings?
Drawstrings.
Drawstrings,
I haven't
yeah.
said that. I just used my Crafty Nomad bag, which is awesome.
So this is Lady Cherry Blossom the Turtle.
Oh, that makes me laugh.
She makes you laugh?
Not her. Not her. It was... Never mind. I can't tell you right now. You'll see it when you watch Laura's podcast.
That's really mean.
What? What?
You'll see, you'll see, you'll see, you'll
Well,
see.
Everybody has to watch Laura's podcast.
You'll see.
I'm drumming up
I
viewers.
turtle punch you.
No.
Turtle punch. Turtle punch.
Do you want her to be turtle flicked?
Maybe she was kissing you.
No. You said it was a punch. Come on, talk about your turtle.
No, I've blended that way. A cunch. There we go. That's better.
How about talking about your turtle?
Okay. This is the Timmy the Timid Turtle pattern by Franciscan Gypsy. And
Her eyes match her sweater.
it's because it's the same color.
Mhm.
Celestial is the blue. It's the same thing on her mouth and her nose. And this is Lady Slipper.
Mhm.
And the main color of the shell is Marigold Jen in the colorway Cherry Blossom.
I like the shell. That's so pretty.
And look, you're looking at your body.
That's really weird.
It's really weird. I'm sure you
She's
feel...
having an out-of-body experience. Like Doctor Strange.
How did Dad like that movie?
He's like, that's weird.
Because I meant to ask him and I didn't.
As he thought about it more and more, he was like, that's really weird.
I wasn't sure what he'd think about that. Because it's psychedelic like the comics.
Yeah. I said it's weird, but not like Head.
No, but
That's insane.
they also started it off by committing suicide.
Suicide.
So, you know.
And Head is not, for you who are not aware of it, Head is a movie by with the monkeys in it. The singing group, the Monkeys.
Yes.
And Davina loves everything monkeys, so we picked up the movie Head to see what it was, and it gives me a headache. I mean, I'm not kidding. The thing gives me a headache.
That's why it's called Head, because you become aware of your head because you get a headache.
There is no rhyme or reason to it. It's all it is like flashing lights and nonsense.
And they admit they were totally on drugs.
on drugs, yeah. So,
Anyway, this turtle is not on drugs.
no.
She does not even have anything prescribed because she's a healthy turtle. Well, once she gets her body put back together. She might be on something to help with the shock and horror of her out-of-body experience right now.
She's probably unconscious if she's having an out-of-body experience.
Unless she's not.
You don't have out-of-body experiences when you're awake. Unless you're Doctor Strange. And he was dead. Almost.
Professor X when he's in his astral
Yeah. But
form
he
or
doesn't
whatever.
usually look at himself, though. He usually...
I can't remember. It's been a while since I've read X-Men.
Yeah.
I'm more of a DC gal. Anyway. So,
Pretty.
she's a pretty girl. I'm getting closer. This is the part that always seems to take the longest for me, is closing it up.
Yeah. What's a long... It's a
big turtle.
It's a big turtle. Even when it's not a big turtle.
Yes, so. And this isn't even as big as Mom's.
No. That was a big turtle to work on.
So.
Or Laura's.
Or Laura's.
She took up the challenge. She took up the challenge to do the bulky weight or chunky weight Biddy, and Timmy, and it came out fantastic.
Yes, it did. So, that is Lady Cherry Blossom.
Okay. The long way around, anyway.
Excuse me.
Okay. My next project is in my Kiki Boo Bags
Excuse me.
Holiday Owls bag, and it also has a little tag on it. Cute little Kiki Boo tag. I don't know if you can see it right there, but
No, they can't.
anyway, I'm almost done with this. I actually hit the amount of inches I wanted to do, so I'm hoping to have this finished by the next podcast. So that's that. It is...
It's really pretty, Mom.
Thank you. It's the Seabrett Marble Chunky, James Seabrett Marble Chunky in the autumn color. This is the same yarn that Laura used for her big turtle, only in the colorway you'll see later on.
Is that also the same yarn in the colorway that Aunt Lucia, you thought you were going to walk away
yes,
with the hat
it's up
in?
there
Yeah.
now. Yes, up there.
I was honestly surprised when it stayed here.
I was too.
Of course, I guess that would have been... Is that bad that we all assumed that Aunt Lucia was a thief?
Not a thief. I thought the way I gave it to her, I think she might have thought I gave it to her.
It's just like...
No, I thought that the way I gave it to her, that she might have thought I had given it to her. And that would have been fine. But anyway, this is what it's looking like. And I enjoy working this. I like working this loom, which was a gift from Laura Concert, because she enables me with my loom stuff. And she's very generous. So hopefully this one will be finished, and it will be going to one of the charities, either Our Baby Hats or to Brittany's.
Yes.
So
I do need to collect more baby hats.
There.
I haven't made a delivery in a while.
I gave you
and
two.
neither have you.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you actually give them to me?
Yes.
Okay,
So
I'll have to check my bag. You're probably right. It's just been a while since I put it in there.
Yes.
I can't remember what I eat
I
for
gave
breakfast
you. I gave you two of them. A kind of a greenish one and a cranberry one that I went and looked in one of my bags and said, "Oh,
I'm sure you're right. I just don't have any recollection of this. I have a vague recollection of putting something in that bag, though. Okay. So, in my Silver Shed USA Kitties in the News bag is a project you are not allowed to see. So there.
well, be that way."
I will. There's a design in progress.
Okay. In my Stitch by Mimi bag. Sandy, look, my bag. Okay. Which I love. This is a fun bag. My tea bag.
That's the noise she makes when she can't stand a bag.
This is my bonfire shawl from the Sock Knitter Shawl by
I
K.F.
love the
Jones.
fabric in here. It's
I know, it's silky. And she said that I think this is the one she said was an apron
Huh.
or something. So I really like this.
I want an apron like that.
I like my bag. This is a fun bag. It's actually tea, not coffee cups, tea.
Well, so is this one.
Uh-huh. I do have that one, but not that one. Okay. And I'm
Netflix falling asleep.
I am actually, if I could get my hands to cooperate, I could finish this in a week. But because I'm really close, I've got one full repeat and one partial repeat. You know what I'm saying? The garter section, the non-garter section, and then one garter section, and then the border. So I'm not that far away. It's just being able to sit down and have my hands.
The very last, 4 rows or so do seem like they take a little longer because you're going to, double your stitches.
Right. Well, you have to do... I'm not going to say. I wasn't born yesterday. I've been around the block a couple of times. Not my first rodeo. Anyway, I'm older than dirt. There you go. So this is how it's looking. And I
Dirt
forget-
comes to hear stories about how everything started.
Exactly. Now, Laura, I think it was Laura Concert who was saying that I think she said that she was concerned she wasn't going to be able to finish hers with one yarn, but she did, and she had just a little left over.
You see, I ended up cracking into my second skein.
I think I'm going to end up cracking into my second skein as well, because I have...
Maybe she shortened hers because
I only have this much, and I still have a whole garter section plus the full
yeah, you're
repeat
gonna end up
section.
cracking into your second skein.
So I've got this. I've already... Did I have it? I thought I had it already. I guess I'm going to have to skein it up. I hope I can find it. Or I might have to shorten it a little bit. I think I have more of this. I hope so.
If not, like you said, you could always shorten it.
If I don't, I can always use the other color for the last...
That's true.
You know,
That's true.
it'll just be a little bit different, that's all. So
Different is not bad.
Different is not bad. It's a design element. It's not a mistake. I'm choosing to do that rather than buy a full skein.
We were telling my Deb's student, he's looking at his knitting, and he was like, "Oh, people are gonna be able to tell that I changed needles there." I'm like, you could just do it on the other end and say you did it on purpose.
Yeah, yeah. So that's this. And for those of you who are new, the contrasting color is this. So it'll be like this. And I might actually have it done for the fall. so I can wear it in the fall.
Indeed, and it's really pretty colors.
It is. It's kind of like the colors of my autumn hat.
Mm-hmm.
I like these colors. Very pretty.
They're up-toned.
And I am using my Chow Goose for this. Their size, I think this is the one that has the size 9. Yes, it is. Okay.
So,
And this is normally a fingering weight shawl, but I don't do a lot of fingering weight shawls because I had a fingering weight shawl and I tore it out. I'm enjoying this much more. I'm sorry.
and I also find I don't enjoy the weight
Right.
of finger weight shawls very much. I like a heavier shawl.
I don't mind the fingering weight shawls in crochet because by nature of the stitches a lot of times it's a little heavier. But for the knitting, it goes too slow and it's too light. So,
Right, I want something that's going to be keeping me warm, because that's the whole reason I'm making the thing. So, alrighty. Next, I did a little bit of work in this Silver Shred USA pale nursing caps, or nursing caps on pale field bag.
they're pale nursing caps too.
They are.
You should check and see if they're sick.
They are.
They're sick?
Mm-hmm.
You better put them to bed.
They don't listen. They're nurses.
Gee, I wonder where they got that from.
They're bad. They're bad.
You're not supposed to tell them they're bad. You're supposed to say they're naughty.
But they don't listen when I tell them that.
Get your project out,
Okay.
you oboe head.
My head's made out of an oboe.
Mm-hmm.
That must have looked really weird when I was born. It must
You
have
still
hurt
look weird.
too.
How would that be any
It
different?
must have hurt too.
Project.
Because it's long and it's thick.
Project.
Okay, so
Mine.
yes, they are actually.
Yes.
The Mike and Sully socks, the classic sock pattern by Melissa Morgan Oakes, and it comes from the book 2 at a Time Socks. The yarn is undead yarn in the base spider.
She needs to do that in a sport weight so I can have a turtle.
And
God bless you. Oh, yawn. I think,
so sorry.
yes, poor Heidi.
Undead yarn in the base spider, and the colorway is Mike and Sully.
How close are you to the blue? Night.
Oh, I don't think I'm anywhere close.
Right. Where are you? Which end?
This is,
Oh, wow. Yeah, you still have a bit. Yeah.
No, I have a bit.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I'm going to actually make it to the blue. Although,
I think it's going to end up on the
foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
because we do have a long foot.
Yes, and 400 yards is about what you would do. And
Well-
so if you look at that, it's about halfway through, so I figure that's about 200 yards. You're
Yeah.
going to hit
Yeah, I
some
guess
of it,
you're right.
even if it's the toes.
It might just be the toes, because you can get out of a normal scale of yarn a man's sock.
Right. I'm not quite that big a foot. Is it a
And-
Dan man sock?
I think you can get a Dan man sock.
Poor Dan. Dan, we're not making fun of you. I'm just asking. I'm honestly asking because you have a larger foot, and I'm not making fun of you. I'm just wanted to say if it does that, then that's impressive for the yarn.
Because that gives us a general idea
of how much yarn we... I guess it depends on whether it's a 400-yard skein or a 490-yard skein or whatever.
And I don't know if a 400-yard skein can get a really large sock.
Right, like.
And now this is probably a huge exaggeration. That's probably...
Oh, no, his foot's not that big. I've seen his socks. They're not quite that big.
That was an exaggeration.
It's a good thing Dan's such a good sport.
Yes. He might not want to talk to us anymore.
No, he's going to... Or he'll find suitably something to say to us on the podcast. We love you, Dan.
So, there. I still have many miles to go before I sleep.
Mm-hmm.
What?
That
is... It's not Rudyard Kipling.
Is it? I don't know. I'd have to go back and look.
Because it's not Two Roads to Virgin Yellow Wood. That's not that one.
No, that's by Robert Frost.
That's by Robert Frost.
Which is one of my favorites.
It is one of my favorites. I had it memorized at one point.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. Okay, guys, which poem and which poet is the one Many Miles Before I Sleep?
Yes. Which poem and which poet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's like Jeopardy. Anyway.
Jeopardy. Well, Jeopardy would be the question. We'd have the answer already. I guess we do have. What the question would be: what poet and what?
Yes.
Who is so-and-so?
Yes.
And what is such and such?
Yes.
Okay. Moving on.
And it would be Poets and Poetry for 500.
500, please.
Yes.
Okay. This is my Kiki Boo puzzle pieces bag that the lovely Denise, who is Knitting Den, so generously donated to me. She donated one to me and to Talia when we did our last year's autism awareness, or was it the year before?
I can't remember.
I can't remember. She had donated 4 bags to the podcast, 2 for you and 1 for each of us.
And we were not so generous and took the...
We took the wedge bags because that's what we wanted. She told us to take what we wanted.
Yes.
So we did. And this is my Because He Asked Me project from the Tie Me Up pattern by Burnett Design Studios, Studio Craft. And this is... I'm using US 3s by Chaogu Red Lace interchangeable needles. Yes, I'm actually using interchangeables. And the colorway is, I believe it's Shire. I'm trying to find it here. Yes, Shire colorway. This is Mad Tosh. Of course it is. Because it just is. And right now I'm just doing, back and forth, back and forth. There's no increases or decreases at this point. So, look at the colors showing up really nice. It looks like dragon scales to me. Or dragonfly wings or something. This is the colorway.
Smog.
No, not smog. And the pretty thing about the thing is that you look at this.
I don't mean smog like.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It looks like it kind of sparkles a little bit. This is not a sparkly yarn. It just
has a sheen.
It has a little iridescence to it.
And Mad Tosh is really good about doing that.
Yes, yes, it is. And this is I think it's a. I'm not sure. Somebody can tell me what... Oh, it's DK. It's Tosh DK. I was going to say what the weight is. It is DK. So I was actually surprised when this project came up as a DK weight. I thought that you would want to make a tie in a... Fingering or something. But this is a heavier tie, so I hope the recipient likes it.
Okay. In my... Rawr.
In your rawr?
In my rawr.
Hi, we're going to have to...
Oh, yeah, we should stop.
We should stop before the camera stops us.
Okay, we'll be back.
We'll be back. Alrighty, then, it's your turn.
It is. So, light goes on. And by light, I mean Kindle notes thing.
Thing is a very,
very important word.
Efficient and
helpful,
useful word.
And multi-purpose.
Multi-purpose, not multitasking. Unless it's being used by multiple people. Things.
Okay. In my Silvershed USA Autumn Lace purse bag.
It's the same color as my shawl. I think I should use that for my shawl.
You can't have it.
I want it.
Tough.
I want to put... No, I can't take it on my Stitch by Me. I just have to put a different project in my Stitch by Mimi bag. One that has those colors.
This holds my Christmas peppermint socks, which is the basic ribbed sock using magic loop pattern by Melissa Bayer. That's what it says on the pattern itself. The pattern in Ravelry is listed as basic ribbed sock pattern by Melissa Bayer. And I'm using Dragonfly fibers in the base dragon sock, and the colorway is still Christmas.
Are you actually using the magic loop?
I started out using the magic loop, and then
She's
I got
not using the
I got
magic
DPNs, and I stopped using the magic loop because I prefer DPNs. And I cast it on for Advent along 2016, or not for Advent. I just cast it on for Advent 2016. I am now on the heel flap, and this is the pattern that I was talking about, where I can just measure the heel flap, which is beautiful.
I like the way that color is working up.
I do too.
It's very pretty. Excuse me.
It's funny, whenever people look at it when I'm working on it, they always think, it's never going to fit. I'm like, no, it seriously will fit.
It will. Be nice and snug.
It will be nice, and it will stay up.
It'll be warm.
And it'll be beautiful.
Uh-huh.
So.
It looks like a Barbie dress.
It's a Barbie dress.
You know, a strapless?
Mm-hmm.
A little slinky thing.
It is a little slinky thing.
Oh, if you do it that way, you'd have to put a halter top around it, because
Yes.
this would be the halter. You have to put
Yes.
a top around it.
Like so.
Yes.
So.
The multiple uses of a sock
Indeed.
in progress.
Someone else was like, you could use it as a glasses case.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess, but it's a sock. It doesn't want to be a glasses case.
So it does want to be a Barbie doll dress.
It does. It's a Barbie girl
Barbie girl.
in a Barbie world.
Oh, gee.
Life is plastic.
Maybe your life is plastic. Okay. Are you finished with that one?
It is.
Okay.
I is.
Yes, I are. Okay. In my Knitting's My Bag, this is one of the Knitting's My Bag I use a lot. This is my, I always call it my Monet bag, even though I know it's not Monet, it's Seurat, I think.
Oh, my piece came
I can't
flying
show
out.
you this.
Oh, no,
I
didn't.
did make a lot of progress on this. I finished the legs. This is the Dachshund by Franciscan Gypsy Designs, the Arrow of the
Dachshund.
Dachshund. And
My project ran away.
its name is Gandalf.
I think it needs to come back.
And I'm using a D-hook, and I'm using Miss Babs Yowza in the slate colorway, and then did yarn in the Atlantis colorway. And I can't show you. I did make a lot of progress. I finished all 4 legs. I finished the rest of it. I finished the rest of it except for the tail and part of the body. I can't really tell you much more about it because I can't.
Nope.
So it has a body,
It does have body.
but it doesn't have a body yet.
no.
Not completely.
You finished pieces.
Yeah. Doxy Pieces. That'd be a good candy. Doxy Pieces? Oh, Kay probably just shuddered. I'm just teasing Kay. No Doxy Pieces. Unless they're little sugar candies that look like Doxies.
Mm-hmm.
Brightly colored.
They would have to be
Sweet tarts.
They'd have to be like those little Coke bottle ones
No.
because they're rubbery.
No. I would they could be like those you get them sometimes in those machines, and they're like shaped like, not sweet tarts, but like,
That's too hard.
no, they melt.
No, it has to be a little rubbery,
No.
like the
no.
Coke bottles.
No.
Yeah.
Coke bottles are made out of wax. It just holds the
No. It's like this floppy little.
That's too chewy. It hurt my jaw.
It was shaped like a Coke bottle.
I know what you're talking about. They have juice in them.
No, it's actual rubber.
I don't like
Not rubber. Actually, it's actual.
Do you want to eat rubber? Move ahead. Move along.
it.
Come on, it's your turn.
I'm
Show your project.
like on my dachshund now.
Project.
What is my project?
The one in your lap?
No,
No?
it's not. It's this one, and this is Tea's hot.
Tea usually is if it's done correctly.
So, in my Silver Shed USA tea frogs, I had to say it slowly.
Tea frogs?
Crap! I was trying so hard.
And maybe I misheard it, but
No, I think I did say tea frogs. I meant to say tree frogs. I was trying so hard to say turtles.
At least you didn't say tea turtles.
I could have said tea turtles.
Open your
And I see this little turtle sitting around a lily pad. Oh, this is delicious, darling.
They're not Hungarian turtles. They're not Zaza Gabor.
Zsa. You're hitting them.
Could be Ava too.
It could be Ava. This has a
The
doxy.
Filmways presentation, darling.
So, yes, this is a doxy in it. That's all I can really say. It's not made out of gummy. It's not like those little Coke bottles.
Or even the sweethearts. No.
It'd be better as a Coke bottle, though.
Mm-mm. Okay, my next one is, let me think here. Okay, you're going to see the reason that this has changed later on in the podcast.
I
But
actually remembered to grab all my bags. I didn't think I did.
in my Turbo Knitter 64 Mickey and Minnie Mouse on the yellow field, I love this bag. Thank you, Kenneth.
Say what?
This, you're going to say, hey, wait a minute. What happened to the hat? Well, yeah, it's not a hat. It's not a hat anymore. It's
It's not a hat.
I took it out because I didn't want to make it anymore. So I'm making a cowl instead out of this. So that means I'm just using one single yarn. And I may make a cowl to go with it, but right now I want
You
a
made
hat
a cowl to go with...
to go with it.
But you're not making a hat. You wanted a cowl.
Right. This is called Too Little Sleep. Okay. So anyway, I've only got a few rows on this. And it's going to be, it's the same cowl that I made for the autumn colorway. So this is the Oceana cowl instead of the Oceana hat. From the Nifty Knitter Cowl with Pom-Poms Imogen Cowl pattern by Lion Brand Yarn.
Ooh.
And this is the largest size Easy Loom that
I'm sure you can get them on Etsy.
I don't think you get the plastic ones. Maybe, I guess. I mean, people do sell things that they haven't made on Etsy. But, and this will be going as I feel like doing it. What did I do here? Looks like I pulled something. I have to tear it out and start over again.
You're still fairly early on.
Yeah, I can just tear it out and start over again. Let me see something. Because this yarn is a little bit splitty, I've been finding that I'm not always sure if I've got the stitch or not.
And in that case, you did not.
Yeah, I think I'll just take this out and redo it. But that's this, and I'm enjoying it.
Yay.
Yay!
Okay. In my Knitting's My Bag, Nurse's Bag. This is actually my first Nurse's Bag.
Did I get that one for you? Did you buy it yourself?
I think I bought it myself. I think it was my first Knitting's My Bag. It used to have...
Yeah.
Remember when she used to have, like... The interface wasn't throughout. She had, like, this little hard thing that would be on the bottom of her bag.
Right, but she still had interfacing, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, she used to have this little hard thing that would be on the bottom of her bag that could fall out easily.
Right, and she stopped doing that.
And she stopped doing that, yeah. It was something that was supposed to help it stand up, but they stood up just fine on their own.
Right.
So this is several years old. Back when we first started
About 4 or 5
podcasting,
years ago, yeah.
It's an old bag.
Old bag.
So there's the bag. Oops. It's a bunny.
I don't have anything to drink right now except water.
Nothing?
I have water. My bag keeps falling down.
It all fall down. Ashes, ashes.
All fall down.
So, in this is my Grayson hat, which is the angel hat pattern by K.F. Jones of Bakery Bears fame. I am using stash yarn because that's the way I roll.
Ha
Recently.
Except when she doesn't.
Except when I don't. This is Shepherd's Wool in the colorway Frosty Blue.
And that's an old, this
This
old
is
stash.
really old stash. And I said which bag it was.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What are the needles?
oh, Tragoo.
What size?
Oh,
I think they're 7s.
they're probably.
Oh, no, we start with 6.
Oh.
Yes, because they had...
Whatever it is, it's the proper size it should be.
Yeah, because I had to buy them to start.
6.
Yeah, 6s.
It's a free pattern.
Mhm.
And come here, precious. Let's see if I'm long enough. I think I have about a half an inch to go at least.
I need to finish my bankhead so I'll have the 7s ready when I get to that point.
I do have about half an inch to go. Exactly half an inch to go. I'm good. I called it.
Nice, nice. If I keep doing that, you go bald like Grandpa. Come on.
Meow. Your turn.
Oh, you're not going to say anything more?
I have nothing else to say.
Okay.
A hat. This is for the superhero. You're my...
And the B-Wing.
Yes, if it's for the B-Wing along... that sounds bad.
The angel hat along. Cal.
In Brittany's group. And then the Bakery Bears are doing a You're My Superhero.
Right.
And that's why I have a Nightwing Rabbitaur right now.
Ooh, but this matches my project, kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of?
This is my Ploverbird bag, and she's got a nice little Ploverbird tag on it.
It's a nice little Ploverbird
and this is
tag
an
on
old...
it.
I think it's one of my first ones from Ploverbird.
It's one of her first ones.
I think.
She thinks.
And this is Samwise Gamgee from the Angel Hat Pattern by K.F. Jones, and that would be my husband.
Let us pause.
I'll be right back.
And think.
Pause and reflect. Call is finished. Everything's fine. He doesn't normally call us at that time, and when we podcast this early, we tend to run into his call. But
Head first.
So, as I was saying...
It's Bunny.
Yes, it is.
He
is. Okay. This is my Ploverbird. I call it my woodland animals bag, or animals in the park. All kinds of cute little animals. And this is my Samwise Gamgee hat from the Angel Hat Pattern by K.F. Jones. That's the same hat tie I just showed you. And I'm using US 6s and US 7s. Right now I'm using 6s. These are fixed Chow-Goo red lace circulars. And Marigold Jen yarns worsted merino superwash in the Scenic Route colorway. Now I had tried to start this project before on that other yarn I showed you last week, and it just wasn't working properly. I couldn't even cast on. No matter what I did, the long tail cast on, I'd still run out of yarn. And so it was thick and thin, and it's a nice yarn. I'll use it for something else, but not for this. So this is what I'm using. It's Marigold Jen.
That's really pretty.
And it matches my hat.
Your hat, huh?
My hat, yes, my bag. This is what it looks like in the cake.
Does it match your hat?
It does. See, it matches my hat. And my superhero, as you can tell from the name of the hat, is Samwise Gamgee, because Frodo would never have gotten to Mount Doom without him, and he also embodies all the traits, of a good person. Just kind of the loyalty and the courage when he's scared and all that kind of stuff. And that's a hero. So that's what that is. Okay. All right. Do you have any more projects?
I do. I have one.
Okay.
And let me drink the cuppa.
You can drink a cup of. Why don't you drink the tea?
She
ignored me. That's not nice.
I'm not nice.
You're not.
I learned it from my mother.
I don't think so. She has delusions.
Of grandeur.
Something.
In my Kikaboo bags, teacups. Bags.
I saw the little mouse from Alice in Wonderland, the one that's always kind of tipsy running around. Pull on my sweater. Okay. Always squeaking and kind of tipsy.
I was thinking of Maureen O'Hara when McLaughlin and John Wayne come back after they've decided they're getting along, and they've been drinking, and she's just happy that they're getting along, and she has her dower, and they're walking in, and she's like, "Welcome."
Yeah. Wipe your feet.
Wipe your muddy feet. Yes, ma'am. And that McLaughlin,
I love McLaughlin. If you haven't seen
The Quiet
Man, you need to see it. It's really very good. It's a sweet little movie.
Yes, it is. So, in my tea bag,
Kikaboo tea bag.
Woman of the house.
Woman of the house, where's my tea?
Anyway, sorry.
No, we're not.
No. The pattern is Miss L's Basic 6-ply Sock Pattern by Miss L. And my show notes disappear, but that's okay. I don't need the show notes for the rest of the information. These are the Plum Deluxe socks. And the yarn is Lady Fernico Creations. And this is a sport weight.
Yes.
And the yarn colorway is Plum Deluxe. And look how nicely that's working out.
I like the way that works up.
That's so much fun. It almost makes me think of a cheerleader's uniform.
As long as it reminds people of Plum Deluxe.
It does. It really does. Let's pull this.
Yeah.
Look at that. Totally Plum Deluxe.
And it doesn't show as much the purple on that. There was a lot more purple on the
Oh, if I pull it up like that, you can see the purple.
Yeah. The other one with the teapot had a lot more purple in it because I think the teapot was purple or had some purple around
something
it
like
or
that.
something. Yeah.
So,
And they come with purple stuff.
purple packages.
Yeah, purple packages.
So yes, this has been a very addictive project. Because I didn't start it that long ago.
I have to make some more of that so she can make me a pair of socks in Plum Deluxe. Or I could learn to make my own.
I did get you that one pattern.
Yeah, I'd have to the ones I was thinking about what to do. And that's sport weight, isn't it?
Well, this one is.
No, I mean the one you got me.
Oh,
The
to look
socks.
at the pattern. I can't remember.
I think it is. Yes, it is because I was looking at the socks at Rock for that. So, and also, Packing Knits gave me a simple sock design.
So, yes, this has been quite addictive for me.
Oh, before I forget about Packing Knits, since I mentioned her, she has an along that I forgot to promote, and that is the Bright as the Sun cowl. It started March 1st.
You started talking about that.
No, I didn't start to talk about that. I just put it in the notes during the break. She's starting that. That started March 1st, and it goes through July. So anything that's really, really bright colored, when we get to autism awareness, you can double dip if you're in both groups. So just want to throw that out to you while I had it in my head. Now, I do have a frog, a writer's block, and you can probably guess what that is since I'm not doing the cowl anymore, but not doing the hat anymore, but doing the cowl. The Oceana hat has been frogged, and you saw that it's now becoming a cowl. So that was my frog. Do you have any, I guess we do our Etsy and our
I have FO.
oh, you have an FO?
Yeah.
Show it then. Oh, that's right, you do have an FO. Pretty FO.
So I finished my Nightcrawler socks.
Yay!
And so this was made in Undead Yarn. Colorways Gina and T-shirt self striping, and these are mine. I actually finished them the day after we podcast last week.
Yeah, they're so pretty.
So
Did you wash them yet, or are you going to
Oh,
wear
no.
them first?
I usually wear them first.
Yeah, these are really pretty. They're very heavy.
Well, it's the same as yours. It was the same pattern, the same.
Oh,
yarn
this is
weight
the same as my
as your Hexen Beast.
Hexen Beast, yeah. I like these.
Yeah, because the colorway was only a little bit off the Hexen Beast.
Yeah.
It was the same weight and everything. Same weight, same pattern.
The Hexen Beast has gray in it, right? They're
It's
upstairs.
blue and gray,
Blue
yeah.
and gray, yeah.
No, blue and light brown.
That's right. Yeah.
Blue and like
Okay.
a tanny color.
Yeah, very pretty. Both of them.
So, these are mine.
I need to take this off because I'm getting hot.
Es mío. So I look forward to wearing these.
There we go. Take this off. Okay. Do you want to go right into royalties before we do like Etsy or whatever? Okay. Do you have royalties?
I do.
Okay, what do you have? How many do you have?
2 packets things.
Okay, I have 2 as well, so.
Okay, so actually this has to be opened because I didn't open this. I guess I can open this when
I didn't know you got something from the Great Courses.
I did. They had a sale.
I see them and I kind of go click, 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 because I know I can't get them right now.
Well, it was a great sale.
I have to find something I want to take, you know.
Well, I was looking for something because I just finished my medieval course.
Right.
I
need to pull out my writing one again, so I can start on that again.
So,
Oh, you didn't just buy one.
how about 2? I thought that you would
that
like
looks
this one.
nice.
Great Works of Sacred Music. And it has a little book that comes with it. So it's
Who's the teacher?
Dr. Charles Edward McGuire, professor of musicology at the Oberlin College Conservatory of Music. He earned his AM and PhD in music from Harvard University. He has published extensively on British music, and his work spans musicology, narratology, and social history, theology, and cinema and media studies.
Interesting.
He has been a choral conductor and is a regular choral singer. And he's focusing because for the courses, I started listening to this one. I haven't finished this one.
Because she gets it streaming when she gets the solid copy.
Yes. And then it also allows, like, if someone else in the family is interested, they can watch it off of this. And then if I lose stream for whatever reason, I have it. This covers mostly Western sacred music. Because there's just too much. If you aren't, there's just too much out there. There's he only has 16 lectures to do it.
And there's a lot even in Western. I mean,
yeah. He is Hallelujah, Amen, the world of sacred music, from chants to early sacred polyphony. Thank you. The golden age of polyphony, the age of Reformation. Who will sing? Sacred music in a secular world. Man and meaning. Bach's cantatas or cantatas. Art for art's sake. Bach's Mass in B minor. Handel's great oratorio, Messiah.
Oh, yeah.
And then next, Messiah from Entertainment to Ritual. Mozart's Requiem, Praise and Memory. Haydn's The Creation. God, Man, Music, and Beethoven. Mendelssohn's Elijah? I never heard of that one. Mendelssohn, maybe.
Yeah.
Is that
Mendelssohn. Yes, Mendelssohn.
I'm not a music student.
I think it was Mendelssohn, yeah. I thought Mendelssohn was just O-N, but...
I don't know. I'll tell you how he pronounces it when I get to that point. Elgar's The Dream of Gerontius. Sacred music in the late 19th century. And then last one is Come All Ye Faithful, Music of Christmas.
Cool.
So it looks really good, and, you know,
organ.
You need to have a pipe organ for something like that.
Yes.
And then this other one looked really interesting to me because it's Mayo Clinic, and I trust Mayo Clinic. The Mayo Clinic Guide to Pain Relief. And it was really inexpensive. I had a good sale on it, and I figured 12 lectures with different things on pain, considering my area of work, it would just...
Will that count for education credits?
Oh, no. This is just me. But, you know, if there's other ways that we can manage pain, why not? And hey, you might even be interested in this. So.
Okie dokie. My first one was just, my first stash enhancement was just my size 6 needles that you saw in my hat, and these DPNs, which I think are size 7s because I need them to the hat as well. Yeah, these are size 7s. 6-inch size 7s. And they're child glues, because that's what I buy. Okay, what do you have next?
Oh yes, tea. My tea came in. Tea. So, the Heritage Blend Black Tea, I believe this is actually part of my monthly one.
Let's see that.
And this is the one I'm drinking now.
Smell it.
It smells strongly of
She didn't
maple
let me
syrup.
taste it this time.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's still some that's warm. It's not quite as piping hot, but it is warm because it's been on the heater.
It's hot. Tastes British.
It's very strong.
It tastes British. It took me right back. Remember when we went to, as you were kids, and we'd go to the little church tea afterward?
Yes, but you never let us drink the tea.
No, you guys had hot chocolate.
Yeah.
They had hot chocolate especially for... They were so sweet because... I've mentioned this before. When we were in England, we were there for 4.5 years. And our first year, we were within walking distance of a little British church, a little Catholic church. And everyone
was like over 80.
No, they weren't all over 80. It just seemed like that because you were kids. They were older people. I mean, probably from their 40s on up.
That young?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think the youngest ones were in their 40s. I think most of them were retired, like maybe their 50s and 60s. But we would go there with the kids, me and our 2 girls, and my best friend and her 2 children. And they were the only children that went to the daily mass. So we'd try to go on Tuesdays because that's when they had their tea. And because we had 4 kids, they had hot chocolate. So, you know, her little boy would do altar serving. They made fuss over the 3 girls. It was, you know, it was just nice for the kids.
Yes, they were
And,
really sweet.
and so that tea reminded me very strongly of the tea over there. If you didn't put the milk in, that's what it tastes
I
like.
remember one of the ladies taking us out to a little tea shop or coffee shop one time.
They might have. No,
I
not
just-
coffee shop, tea shops.
It was probably a tea shop. Because it was by that big statue in the square.
Yeah, it might have
What
been.
was that statue anyway?
It was Thomas Paine, I think. I'm pretty sure it was Thomas Paine in the middle of Thetford. Maybe Kay and Dan know, although they haven't been there. Or they might have been there, but they don't usually go there because it's kind of far for them. But I think it was Thomas Paine.
I just remember there was a big statue in the middle school. Now, granted, I have a kid's memory of the...
It's a pretty good sized statue.
I just remember a big statue and a bunch of shops, and then
The Way and Save.
the weigh and safe was this way, and then the statue was somewhere over here.
The statue was here as you're walking this way. The statue was here, and you had to go further into town to hit all the stores and stuff.
Yeah, but like on the other side of the statue, away from the weigh and safe, was this tea shop, I think.
I don't remember the tea shop there, but I do remember the...
But like I said, I have a kid's memory of the
Yeah,
geography.
I do remember the what's it called? The newsagent. We used to get magazines from the newsagent, and they would have...
That was across from the weigh and safe, wasn't it?
Yes, and it had magazines with like the magazines. Even now, if you get the knitting magazines and stuff from England, you'll get like knitting needles or buttons or something. The Way and Save, I used to pick up like music magazines or whatever, specifically because they would have like classical music discs and things on there for the kids for their school. So it was really nice. And then we would go to the church is what I was talking about originally for the tea, and on the way back we'd stop and see the ducks.
Yes,
There's a duck pond.
because we could actually feed the ducks.
It had the ducks, yeah.
But anyway,
But that was a long way around to say
for that one tea.
tea.
And then I finished my little sample one. That was a coconut dessert tea, which I've had before.
That's a white. Oh, is that sugar?
No, this is a tea. I'll go over this one.
It's a white tea.
It is a white tea. This is Rejuvenation Blend Herbal Tea. I think that this one I actually bought. I bought all of them, but 2 of them were part of the club, and
Right.
2 of them I bought. And I think this was
Extra.
or 3 of them I bought extra. And I think this one was an extra. I thought I only bought 2 extra.
Well, why don't
though.
you tell what it is? It doesn't really matter. Just tell what it
Did
is.
Andy give me an extra tea that I don't remember buying? Or maybe I bought one I don't remember. Andy, I think I've been sleep buying tea. This is Rejuvenation Blend Herbal Tea. Slow down for emotional and mental boost. It has ginger root, lemon peel, apple pieces, licorice root, rose petals, love and gratitude, and no caffeine.
Well, that's the one you were telling about the other night.
This is an herbal. It tastes strongly of the ginger. It makes me think of the ginger candy my roommate in college used to keep over her desk. And if anyone was feeling a little nauseated, we would get some of this ginger candy, and that's what it makes me think of.
So good if you're not feeling real well.
Yeah.
Have a queasy stomach.
Yeah. So that's good. This one, I don't remember ordering this one, but I guess I did, or maybe this was part of the kit. I'm all confused about which ones I ordered and which ones I didn't. This is the Winter Comfort Chai Tea,
Yummy.
and I've ordered this one before. Or this one came in a kit before. Black tea, honeybush tea, cinnamon, orange peel, ginger, cardamom, allspice, clove, black pepper, calendula, joy and gratitude. And I think I actually
You
have...
do realize they can't really tell the difference between the teas, just showing the package.
Doesn't matter. Someone can tell.
Someone can tell.
Okay, let's see. Then raspberry cocoa truffle tea, and this one I know I just got recently. So I don't know if I bought this one, not realizing I bought it recently. I don't know what I do anymore. I look at tea and they'll post something, I'll be like, I need. So
She wants.
this is Parade tea, Ceylon tea, raspberries, orange peel, cocoa nibs, raspberry leaves, cornflowers, natural flavor essence, love and gratitude, and caffeine. Yes, I keep showing it even though I know you can't read it.
Or see any difference between the two.
This one I haven't tried it because I haven't.
Looks like a green tea.
It is a green tea.
Cool.
It's called Easy to Be Green. He wanted to go with not Easy to be green, but
Right.
that's copyrighted.
Copyrighted.
Yeah, so he's
Copyrighted.
copywritten.
Copywritten.
So this is easy to be green. Fine peace no matter what the circumstance. It's all organic, green tea, green Rubio's tea, blueberries, raspberry leaves, rose hips, hibiscus, cranberries, blue cornflowers, blueberry essence, love and gratitude, and caffeine.
Very nice.
So,
Lots of tea.
it is.
Awesome.
And I
Okay.
really can't remember which ones come with and which ones I ordered.
Doesn't really matter. All right, now, my next stash enhancement is not fiber related. We saw this when we were shopping for groceries, and it was in the magazine section. I love Tolkien. J.R.R. Tolkien, The Mind of Genius. And Ty said, Mom, you need to pick this up. So I have no willpower, so I picked it up.
I control her will.
And Daddy was like, it's a good $19 magazine. It wasn't $19. He was happy about that. So I have this one, and I have the one on Sherlock Holmes. Because I love Sherlock Holmes, too.
Oh, that's the pup with their...
Eagle and Child.
The Eagle and Child. Yeah, actually, I think back when they were still...
They met with the Inklings.
Yeah,
Here.
back... For some reason, the Catholic Stuff You Should Know did a podcast on the Eagle and
Oh,
Child.
did they?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why they did. They just got really distracted, and they just
I think I
decided-
remember that one.
It was actually pretty good, even though it had nothing to do with Catholic Stuff You Should Know.
It's a picture of Lewis and Tolkien, C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien. I wish they had one of Chesterton, too. So this looks like it's going to be really fun to read and to look into. All the timelines. They have timelines. Tale for the Ages, Middle Earth. You've got, starts there and it actually goes another page there. So I'm looking forward to looking at peoples of Middle Earth. This is just, it looks like fun. I'm looking forward to reading this. Okay, now, did you have anything for your design news?
Patterns still in silence.
Patterns still in silence?
They are.
Oh, okay.
We still have about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Nothing new. I've got patterns in progress and a pattern still in testing. So, thank you, testers, for being awesome.
And I have in my Turbo Knitter 64 Mickey Mouse on a Redfield bag that I won from him. Thank you very much. I have, this is a new colorway. It's a prototype of my Daffodil colorway. And I'm not sure if I'm going to change it or not. We'll see. But anyway, this is how it looks skeined up.
Very
And
pretty.
This is the picture that inspired it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And I haven't skeined this one up because I want to do a little bit of touching up on it because I ran out of the yellow and I saw some spots I want to touch up. And again, this is the
Yeah.
great. And this is the Daffodil colorway, and it will go up when I have my next shop update, which I'm not sure when that will be. I want to thank everybody who bought yarn on my last update. I only have 2 skeins of the Plum Deluxe left, which is really nice. And we'll see what happens with the others. I'm trying to get toward the spring colors now. So
The others are still available.
yes. And I'm trying to get some more yarn on my shop because I have offered some for prizes for different podcasts. And I want to make sure that there's a variety for people to choose from. So that's what I did for that, and that was fun. And do you have anything else? Autobiography?
Nothing that much because I talked about the great courses.
Right. Well, I'm still reading my Heroes Lot. I'm moving through that pretty quickly. And I have written to the shared story. I actually did quite a bit of writing on the shared story this time around. I'm nowhere near finished, but it's moving along, and that makes me happy. I'll get it to Taya pretty soon. Mm-hmm. Oh, we did want to mention the Imaginarium again.
Yes.
The Imaginarium is by Kelly Lord, is it?
Hold on. The name sounds correct. It is by Kelly Lord.
And she is, we were given this preview copy to show you all and to review. It is an amazing book. It's got, I think it starts out with bodies that are like kind of a stock body, and then you add
Yeah.
to it to make, and then you have different ways of adding. It's really fun. It's like having one of those books where you choose your own ending.
Yeah, it's a choose your own ending toy.
Right. And don't let that scare you off if you're a beginner, because it has very specific how you do the body, and then it has labeled on each piece what level it is.
Yes, it does.
So you don't have to worry. You can work your way up. And then in the back it has how to do the gallery.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic book. It really
It is.
And we were very pleased that they asked us to review it for you and to look at it. It is amazing. We're very pleased to offer it to you.
Yes, there is a thread, so you can get a free copy.
Yes. One lucky person will get
One
a free
lucky
copy.
person, yes.
So, you still have about a week.
And you put in what your favorite toy is that you've ever made, or what your favorite toy pattern is.
Right. So you have another maybe week before we pull for that.
And because we are who we are, we've devolved into chatter.
Yes. It's a very chatty thread. So that's okay. Post pictures of your toys that are your favorite if you have them.
I think what happens is people are like, that toy is cute. I like that toy.
That's okay.
We know this about our people.
It makes us laugh. So that's fun. So you have about a week to put in for this if you want it. Okay. I want to thank Crocheting Hoovian, who is Laura, and from the Crocheting Hoovian podcast, and Blue Yarn Always, who is Sheila, and Deb's Destiny, who is Debbie from the Never Cast Off podcast, for their very nice shout outs about us and about my shop. So thank you very much, ladies. And I do want to mention that Sheila has an Etsy shop of her own. If you look down on our advertising, I think it's called oh shoot, I'm sorry, Sheila. It's down and below our group. I think something bags. Never Enough Bags, is it?
Something like that.
I think it's Never Enough Bags. I'm not positive. It is at the bottom of our little group where all the advertising is, and we'll put it in the show notes, because I did want to say something about her, because she's got awesome bags. And so
I hope you plan on sending me a link or something.
all you have to do is mention it's down below.
You're expecting Talia to remember something.
I want to write it down, you oboe head.
But Talia of Oboe Head does not remember things.
I'm not asking you to remember. You do read.
No.
No, she doesn't read.
No.
Anyway, so that's she has some very nice bags there. And Debbie
Oboes don't have eyes to read.
Debbie has a Ravelry shop. I guess it's called a Ravelry shop. Is that what you have? A Ravelry shop?
Mm-hmm.
And hers is patterns. That's where the Aunt Joan shawl came from. And that one had been free for a little while.
It's actually called the Aunt Joan shawl?
Yes.
That's
In fact,
awesome.
I want to make that in purple yarn, because I want to do it now in honor of Aunt Joan.
Mm-hmm.
I have an Aunt Joan. She passed away about, 5 years ago? 8 years ago?
It's not as many as 8, because I was wait.
You were just out of college, because
I've been out of nursing school since 2009. I guess that would be 8 years.
Yeah, about 8 years, because you had just started working as a nurse, not
Yeah.
as a CNA, but as a nurse. You had already taken your
Okay.
NCLEX. So it was about 8 years ago. So she loved purple, and her name is Aunt Joan. So I may have to just make that in purple. And Debbie, if I make that, can I make it in a sport weight instead of a fingering? I think you said
I'm
it's
sure
fingering.
you can.
I'd like to do that, and I have to wait for my hands to feel up to it, and get some things off the needles. But I did want to plug that. She does have a group, not a group, a Ravelry
If you
page.
grab some purple Miss Babs, you'll be certain to have it.
Yeah. Well, though I think it takes more than that, but
Then grab two.
two Miss Babs. Okay. YouTube comments from Pettis Kim, from Victorian Studio, from Sally. I don't want to say or mention her last name. Bevan Teddy Bear, and Sissy Knitting and Crochet. Thank you very much.
Thank you for all your comments.
Yes. Oh, and I think that was everybody. If I missed somebody, I apologize. That's what I saw.
She did it on purpose.
At the end, when I was getting my notes together, that's who was on there.
On purpose.
Okay. We are going to be podcasting next Monday,
Mm-hmm.
if everything goes as planned. So, do you have anything else you want to say?
I do not.
Okay. So, I do. I want to remind you that we are
It was
planning.
a trick question.
We are planning something special for our 5-year anniversary.
Yes.
We will let you know as things progress. We have some really neat prizes. We have something available that we hope you will like.
Keep your eyes open.
So
Liz.
keep your eyes open and ears open and all that kind of stuff.
Keep all things peeled.
Yes.
You'll look really weird when you
Yes.
do it, but you'll be
Pretend you're a grape
or a banana.
or a banana or an orange or something.
Banana.
But we'd like to wish you all a wonderful week full of knitting, crocheting, hand knitting, loom knitting, dyeing, whatever it is you like to do. And this is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 250, and that's a wrap.